20 Shocking Ways Camilla Influenced Princess Diana's Downfall. Princess Diana's downfall didn't happen overnight. It was a slow, painful process driven by betrayal, manipulation, and one unlikely architect. Imagine living in a world where your biggest rival is always just a step away, constantly reminding you that you're not enough. For Princess Diana, that rival was Camilla Parker Bowles. This isn't just about a love triangle. It's about deception, betrayal, and the shocking ways Camilla influenced Princess Diana's tragic downfall. From secret phone calls to King Charles' infamous gifts and Camilla's relentless presence at key moments, this video's filled with moments that shattered Princess Diana's spirit and how Camilla's influence slowly, piece by piece, led to Princess Diana's heartbreak. Stick with us as we uncover 20 shocking ways Camilla was involved in Princess Diana's undoing and understand why this rivalry was at the very core of the people's princess' deepest struggles. Number 1. Pre-existing relationship. Camilla Parker Bowles had already established a close relationship with King Charles long before Princess Diana entered the picture. Camilla and King Charles first met in the early 1970s, and their bond grew from shared interests, humor, and experiences. By the time Princess Diana came onto the scene, Camilla was not just an old friend. She was someone King Charles relied on deeply. This history complicated Princess Diana's position from the very beginning. Unlike Princess Diana, who was young and inexperienced in royal life, Camilla knew King Charles intimately, and this gave her an undeniable influence. Princess Diana stepped into a world where she not only had to win over the public, but also compete with the memory and reality of someone who already held a piece of King Charles' heart. This emotional entanglement created a tense undercurrent that made it nearly impossible for Princess Diana to feel secure in her relationship, knowing she was up against someone King Charles had already loved for years. Number 2. King Charles' emotional dependence. King Charles relied heavily on Camilla for emotional support, even during his marriage to Princess Diana. It wasn't just about old feelings. Camilla was King Charles' confidant, someone who understood his fears, pressures, and insecurities. Unlike Princess Diana, who was struggling to adjust to her new role under intense public scrutiny, Camilla was a steady force who provided King Charles with the comfort and stability he needed. This emotional dependence left Princess Diana feeling sidelined. Every time King Charles was troubled, instead of turning to his wife, he leaned on Camilla. This deeply hurt Princess Diana and made her feel like an outsider in her own marriage. She was married to the future King of England, yet King Charles' emotional allegiance to Camilla ensured Princess Diana never felt like she truly had her husband's heart. This emotional imbalance was a key factor in the growing discontent and unhappiness that characterized much of Princess Diana's time as Princess of Wales. Number 3. Frequent contact. Despite being married to Princess Diana, King Charles kept in frequent contact with Camilla, which only heightened Princess Diana's insecurities. Camilla was never far from their lives. She was present not just in King Charles' thoughts, but also in his everyday actions. Letters, phone calls, and private meetings between King Charles and Camilla were a constant occurrence. Princess Diana often found herself caught in the middle of these connections, and the knowledge that Camilla was always in the background was something Princess Diana struggled to cope with. For Princess Diana, every secret meeting and every whispered phone call between King Charles and Camilla was a reminder that she was not enough. It wasn't just emotional support. It was the ongoing nature of those contacts that left Princess Diana feeling second best. The sense of betrayal was not just about infidelity. It was the emotional bond and the ongoing presence of Camilla that made Princess Diana feel she could never fully be what King Charles needed. Number 4. Gift exchange. One of the most painful moments for Princess Diana came when she discovered a bracelet that King Charles had commissioned for Camilla. It wasn't just any gift. The bracelet had the initials F and G, standing for Fred and Gladys, the nicknames that King Charles and Camilla used for each other. Finding out about this gift shattered Princess Diana. Here was a physical representation of King Charles' connection with Camilla, a token of affection that King Charles felt compelled to give as he was about to marry Princess Diana. For Princess Diana, this wasn't just an act of infidelity. It was an open wound that confirmed her worst fears. The bracelet symbolized that King Charles' heart still belonged to Camilla, and it crushed any illusions Princess Diana might have had about their relationship being one of love and devotion. It was one of the first major signs to Princess Diana that she was living in a marriage where her husband's affections were still tied to another woman. Number 5. Presence at weddings. Camilla Parker Bowles was present at Princess Diana and King Charles' wedding, which became a haunting reminder to Princess Diana of her presence in their lives. Even as Princess Diana walked down the aisle, she knew that Camilla was there, watching. This wasn't just a wedding guest. It was the woman who Princess Diana knew held a special place in King Charles' heart. The wedding day should have been a day of joy and new beginnings for Princess Diana. But instead, she felt overshadowed by the presence of someone she saw as a rival. Princess Diana later spoke about how she scanned the crowd, her eyes inevitably finding Camilla, and how the sight of her filled her with anxiety. The presence of Camilla at such a significant moment in Princess Diana's life was a powerful reminder that her marriage to King Charles was not just between the two of them. There was always a third person, and Princess Diana knew it from day one. Number 6. Hidden phone calls. One of the most painful betrayals for Princess Diana was discovering the secret phone calls between King Charles and Camilla. These calls weren't just about catching up. They were intimate, affectionate, and indicative of an emotional connection that went far beyond friendship. For Princess Diana, stumbling upon these private exchanges was devastating. It wasn't just that King Charles was speaking to another woman. It was the fact that he was confiding in Camilla in ways he never did with Princess Diana. The secrecy of these conversations, conducted behind closed doors and often late at night, made Princess Diana feel completely excluded from her husband's life. It was proof that her marriage was built on lies, and the trust she so desperately wanted was shattered. These phone calls highlighted the emotional betrayal that was at the core of Princess Diana's unhappiness, as King Charles' affections were evidently with someone else. Number 7. 3 of us in this marriage. Princess Diana famously said in her 1995 interview with Martin Bashir, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." This statement summed up the crux of Princess Diana's pain. Camilla was always there. Whether explicitly or implicitly, Camilla's influence in Princess Diana and King Charles' marriage was a constant presence. Princess Diana was trying to build a life with her husband, but there was an emotional wedge that kept them apart, and that wedge was Camilla. This wasn't just a feeling Princess Diana had. It was her reality. King Charles' ongoing connection to Camilla made Princess Diana feel like she was always competing for her husband's love. This competition wasn't fair, and it wasn't something Princess Diana could ever win. The acknowledgement of Camilla's role in their marriage was one of the most public and heartbreaking admissions from Princess Diana, revealing just how much Camilla's influence had affected her. Number 8. Social gatherings. Camilla's regular appearance at social events with King Charles were a constant reminder to Princess Diana that she was never fully alone with her husband. Camilla was part of the same social circles, and she was often present at the same gatherings, dinners, and parties that Princess Diana attended. It wasn't just the physical presence of Camilla that made it difficult for Princess Diana. It was the way King Charles gravitated towards her in these settings. Princess Diana would find herself in situations where she could see her husband smiling and laughing with Camilla, sharing inside jokes and moments that she felt excluded from. These public displays of familiarity were incredibly hurtful for Princess Diana, as they underlined the bond that King Charles and Camilla shared. Even when Princess Diana tried to fit into the royal social scene, she was met with the painful realization that she was an outsider in her own marriage, and that Camilla was always going to be a part of King Charles' world. Number 9. King Charles' loyalty to Camilla. Throughout their marriage, Princess Diana came to realize that King Charles' loyalty lay with Camilla, not with her. This realization was not just heartbreaking, it was a fundamental blow to Princess Diana's sense of security and self-worth. No matter what happened, King Charles always seemed to return to Camilla for comfort and support. This loyalty was evident in the way King Charles spoke about Camilla, defended her, and ultimately continued to see her despite his marriage to Princess Diana. For Princess Diana, this unwavering loyalty to another woman meant that she could never truly be the priority in King Charles' life. It left her feeling isolated and betrayed, and it contributed significantly to the collapse of their relationship. King Charles' loyalty to Camilla was not something that could be hidden. It was woven into the fabric of their marriage, and it left Princess Diana feeling that no matter what she did, she would always come in second. Number 10. Emotional alienation. Princess Diana often felt emotionally alienated during her marriage, and much of this was because she knew King Charles turned to Camilla for comfort instead of her. When Princess Diana needed her husband the most, she found herself alone, while King Charles found solace in Camilla. This emotional alienation wasn't just a byproduct of their strained relationship. It was a direct result of King Charles' emotional attachment to Camilla. Princess Diana struggled with her mental health, dealing with depression and bulimia, and what she needed was a supportive partner. Instead, she found herself in a marriage where her husband's emotional needs were being met by someone else. This lack of emotional intimacy left Princess Diana feeling isolated, unworthy, and unloved. It wasn't just that King Charles wasn't emotionally available. It was the fact that he chose to be emotionally available to Camilla, which made Princess Diana feel like she was never truly part of her husband's life. Number 11. Phone tapes. The leaked Camilla Gate tapes were one of the most humiliating moments for Princess Diana. These tapes, which revealed intimate conversations between King Charles and Camilla, were made public in the early 1990s, and they confirmed what Princess Diana had long suspected, that her husband was deeply involved with another woman. The tapes were explicit, revealing not only King Charles' affection for Camilla, but also the depth of their relationship. For Princess Diana, it was a public confirmation of her worst fears. The humiliation of hearing these intimate conversations played out in the media was more than just embarrassing. It was a painful reminder that her marriage had been a facade. The tape showed that King Charles' heart had always belonged to Camilla, and it left Princess Diana feeling betrayed, hurt, and exposed. The release of the Camilla Gate tapes was a pivotal moment that shattered any remaining illusions about her marriage and left Princess Diana feeling more isolated than ever. Number 12. Gaslighting. Princess Diana hinted in several interviews that she was made to feel unreasonable for being concerned about King Charles' relationship with Camilla. This kind of emotional manipulation is often referred to as gaslighting, making someone doubt their own feelings and perceptions. Princess Diana's suspicions about Camilla were often dismissed by those around her, including King Charles. She was made to feel like she was overreacting, paranoid, or simply imagining things. This gaslighting took a significant toll on Princess Diana's mental health, as it left her questioning her own reality. The constant denial of Camilla's influence and the insistence that Princess Diana was being irrational contributed to her feelings of instability and loneliness. Princess Diana wasn't just dealing with a difficult marriage. She was also battling against a narrative that painted her as the problem, rather than acknowledging the very real betrayal she was experiencing. This emotional manipulation left deep scars that Princess Diana struggled with throughout her life. Number 13. Support network. Princess Diana had limited support within the royal family, as many members reportedly sympathized with Camilla. Unlike Princess Diana, who was new to the royal lifestyle and struggled to adapt, Camilla had long-standing connections within these circles. She was familiar, accepted, and understood by many of the people around King Charles. This lack of support left Princess Diana feeling isolated and alone. She was thrust into a highly public role with immense pressure and scrutiny, but without the support system she desperately needed. The royal family's alleged favoritism toward Camilla meant that Princess Diana had few allies. When she voiced her concerns or expressed her unhappiness, she was often met with indifference or even criticism. This lack of empathy and understanding only deepened Princess Diana's struggles. Without a solid support network, Princess Diana had to face the pressures of royal life, her deteriorating marriage, and her mental health challenges largely on her own. Number 14. Public scrutiny. Camilla's presence contributed to the relentless public scrutiny of Princess Diana's marriage. The media was quick to pick up on the tension between Princess Diana, King Charles, and Camilla, and they turned it into a narrative that captivated the world. Princess Diana was often portrayed as the wronged wife, while Camilla was seen as the other woman, and this constant scrutiny placed an immense amount of pressure on Princess Diana. Every move she made was analyzed, every expression was dissected, and every interaction with King Charles was scrutinized for signs of trouble. The public fascination with the love triangle meant that Princess Diana could never escape the shadow of Camilla. This unrelenting attention only heightened Princess Diana's stress and feelings of inadequacy. She was not only competing with Camilla for King Charles' affection, but also trying to live up to the impossible expectations of the public, all while dealing with the knowledge that her marriage was crumbling. Number 15. Symbolic gestures. Throughout their marriage, King Charles made ongoing gestures of affection toward Camilla. both publicly and privately, that left Princess Diana feeling humiliated and sidelined. These gestures weren't always grand or overt, but they were significant enough for Princess Diana to notice. Whether it was a look, a smile, or a quiet acknowledgement at a public event, King Charles' actions often conveyed his deep connection to Camilla. There was also private moments, like the gifts he gave her, or the time they spent together away from the public eye, that made it clear to Princess Diana that King Charles' heart was elsewhere. For Princess Diana, these symbolic gestures were a constant reminder that she was not the one King Charles truly loved. It wasn't just the affair itself. It was the small, repeated signs of affection that King Charles showed to Camilla that left Princess Diana feeling like she could never measure up, no matter how hard she tried. Number 16. King Charles' admission. In 1994, King Charles admitted during a televised interview that he had been unfaithful to Princess Diana, acknowledging his relationship with Camilla. This public admission was a devastating blow to Princess Diana's already fragile sense of self-worth. The entire world now knew that her marriage had been a sham, that her husband had been in love with another woman throughout their time together. This wasn't just a personal betrayal. It was a public humiliation on a global scale. For Princess Diana, the admission confirmed what she had long known, but had hoped might not be true. It was also a pivotal moment that shifted public empathy even more firmly in her direction, as people saw her as the wronged and betrayed wife. King Charles' admission left Princess Diana to pick up the pieces of her shattered marriage in full view of the public, with no way to escape the scrutiny or the pain. Number 17. Manipulation of narratives. Camilla's connections within certain social circles may have influenced the way narratives about Princess Diana were spun, particularly in the media. Throughout her marriage, Princess Diana was often portrayed as emotionally unstable or difficult, while Camilla was depicted as the loyal and understanding confidant. This manipulation of the narrative contributed to Princess Diana's struggles, as it painted her in a negative light, while Camilla appeared as the supportive friend. This public perception added to Princess Diana's feelings of isolation and helplessness. She was battling not only against her husband's infidelity, but also against a public image that was being shaped in part by those who sympathized with Camilla. Princess Diana's attempts to speak her truth were often overshadowed by these narratives, which sought to undermine her credibility and portray her as the problem. This manipulation of public perception played a significant role in Princess Diana's downfall, as it left her feeling like she was fighting an unwinnable battle on multiple fronts. Number 18. Royal interference. There are those who believe that Camilla worked behind the scenes to maintain her influence over King Charles, even after he married Princess Diana. Whether through direct communication or by leveraging her connections, Camilla's influence was a constant presence in King Charles' life. This behind-the-scenes interference made it difficult for Princess Diana to establish a genuine connection with her husband. Every time she tried to bridge the gap between them, it seemed that Camilla was always there, subtly undermining her efforts. The royal family's complicated dynamics, combined with Camilla's persistent influence, created an environment where Princess Diana could never truly feel secure. This interference wasn't always overt, but it was powerful enough to prevent Princess Diana from ever feeling like she had a real chance to make her marriage work. The sense that Camilla was always in the background, pulling strings and maintaining her hold over King Charles, left Princess Diana feeling defeated and hopeless. Number 19. Princess Diana's mental health. Camilla's continued involvement in King Charles' life had a profound impact on Princess Diana's mental health. Princess Diana struggled with depression and bulimia throughout much of her marriage, and the knowledge that her husband was in love with another woman only exacerbated these issues. Princess Diana often spoke about how isolated and lonely she felt, even while living in the public eye. The constant presence of Camilla was a major factor in her emotional struggles. Knowing that she could never fully win her husband's love or loyalty left Princess Diana feeling hopeless, and this hopelessness contributed to her deteriorating mental health. The pressures of royal life, combined with the betrayal she felt from King Charles' ongoing relationship with Camilla, left Princess Diana feeling trapped. Her struggles with mental health were not just a result of the public scrutiny she faced. They were also deeply tied to the emotional betrayal she experienced within her marriage. Number 20. Diminished role. Camilla's influence over King Charles left Princess Diana feeling that her role in her husband's life was diminished. From the very beginning of their marriage, Princess Diana felt like she was competing with Camilla for King Charles' attention and affection. This competition wasn't just about love. It was about Princess Diana's sense of identity and her place within the royal family. As King Charles continued to lean on Camilla for support, Princess Diana felt increasingly marginalized. She was supposed to be the future queen, yet she felt like an outsider in her own marriage. The feeling that her role was diminished, that she was never truly the partner King Charles wanted, was a constant source of pain for Princess Diana. It wasn't just about being a wife. It was about feeling like she mattered, like she was valued. Camilla's presence took that away from her, leaving Princess Diana feeling lost, alone, and ultimately defeated in a marriage that was meant to be her fairy tale, but ended up being her nightmare. It's undeniable that Diana's journey was full of heartbreak, conflict, and resilience. And the role Camilla played in shaping those events is still one of the most talked about aspects of modern royal history. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Camilla was the main reason behind Diana's downfall? Or were there deeper issues rooted within the royal system itself that led to her struggles? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments down below. If you found this video interesting, make sure to smash that like button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye!